Hello, this is Pip at Stratos Performance, and in this video we're going to show you the weight of our Royal Enfield 650 Twin Continental GT.
Hi, it's Luke here from Stratos Performance. We've put a Royal Enfield 650 Twin Continental GT back to standard to do some testing, and we thought it'd be interesting to do a video showing the total bike weight, and we'll do that with and without a full fuel tank. We're using some intercomp wireless scales, which are usually used to set up cars. So there's 4 scales used in a car, but obviously with the bike we'll just use 2. And this shows the weight distribution at the front and rear wheel, and also the total weight. This is interesting because one area we can focus on when we're improving vehicle performance is reducing the overall mass. And reducing the overall mass will improve the power to weight ratio. And this can be done without making any changes to the engine. So you can improve acceleration, deceleration, cornering speed, fuel economy, all these kind of things. One thing you'll notice when you watch this video is there's a gold chain on the bike, which is not standard. This is a ZVMX DID chain. Now this is actually about half a kilo heavier than the standard chain. This will obviously increase the total mass of the vehicle. Also, the Interceptor and the GT are very similar bikes, but there is some subtle differences which will change the mass of the two when you're comparing them. So the Interceptor has a different fuel tank, it has a centre stand, it also has handlebars that are mounted to the yokes, and there's slightly different foot controls, to name a few differences. So if we were to compare the two bikes, there would be some overall difference in weight between the two of them. Hopefully you'll find this video useful, and if there's anything else you'd like us to look at and do a video on, please let us know. Thank you for watching. So the bike is on the scales, and we have an empty fuel tank, and the weight at the front is showing 93.5 kilos, the rear is 112, giving a total of around 206 kilos. So this has got an empty fuel tank. We took the fuel out of the tank, there was still a little residual fuel, and we weighed the tank and it was 7.5 kilos with the tank not being on the bike. So we'll fill it out with fuel now and see what the bike weighs fully laden with fuel. We've filled up the tank with fuel, and the weight total now is almost 214 kilos. It's 98.5 front and 115.5 rear. So that's an 8 kilo increase from the previous weight we took, which was with an empty tank. So we can see we've added 8 kilos of fuel, which is about 10 litres based on the density of fuel, and we believe the stock tank should have a total capacity of 12.5 litres of fuel. So we must have had a couple of litres of fuel still in the tank. That's it really. Hopefully this is useful. There's obviously some things to consider, like tyre wear, the total amount of oil in the engine, and any other small variations that might add to a subtle range of weight difference. So that's it, yeah. Thanks for watching.